In this video, I'm going to show you how to create detailed call summaries with Retell AI and connect those summaries directly into your CRM or Google Sheet using n8n. This is super important for two major reasons. First, it allows you to analyze your calls at scale so you can see exactly where the conversation flows. This allows you to prompt engineer your scripts to be better and better over time. The second reason is that you need to know why a person booked or didn't book before you ever hop on a meeting with them. This saves you a massive amount of time because you don't have to log back into Retell, find the recording, and then listen to the whole 10-minute audio file just to get the context. Instead, we're going to set up a system where the information is extracted automatically and sent directly to your Google Sheet or CRM, making your workflow 10 times easier. I'm going to show you how to build the agent, how to set up the post-call analysis, and how to use n8n to catch that data, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to log into Retell AI. Go to your agent dashboard and in the top right-hand corner, click on Create an Agent, and we'll select Voice Agent. Now there is conversation flow agents, multi-prompt agents, custom LLMs, but I want you to select a single prompt agent for this. Now leave the template as blank, but you can see that there are other templates for notifications and healthcare checks, which might fit your use case. But for now, let's just leave it as blank and click on Create. Now let's go ahead and name our agent. We'll call her Ashley. And we can actually choose a different voice. So we have recommend voices, Simo, Grace, Haley. I like to use Haley.
This is your AI assistant from Retell. Always on, always ready to deliver consistent and professional support to every caller.
So let's go ahead and select Haley. Now what makes an AI voice agent great is the system prompt. I've got a pre-prepared prompt here. And if you want a copy of this system prompt, make sure to join my automation vault. The link's in the description. This stops you from having to start from scratch. Now, if we go through this system prompt, you can see that I've defined the personality. You are Ashley, a highly efficient and articulate lead qualification specialist at a professional services firm called Velocity Partners. You are friendly, professional, and quick to understand a prospect's needs, and you're an expert in identifying high potential leads and inviting them to the Future of Scale Summit. I then go and set the environment. So Ashley is calling new leads who have recently visited the company's website. Her goal is to quickly qualify their marketing needs and gauge their interest in attending the Future of Scale Summit. She'll have access to basic lead information such as their name, and the call is time sensitive, so immediate follow-up is crucial for lead engagement. I then go and define a tone. I set the goals, which is a step-by-step checklist. So initial contact, needs qualification, inviting to the summit event, registration, and a follow-up. And lastly, I do add guardrails to remain professional, respectful at all times, do not make any guarantees, and do not share any confidential company information. So if we go back to the top, I'll just go ahead and save that. Because this is an outbound voice agent who calls leads who have visited our website and filled out maybe a contact form or shown some sort of interest in our event, we need to change the welcome message from user speaks first to AI speaks first. And then underneath there, I'm going to change it from a dynamic message to a custom message. Instead of saying, hello, how can I help you today? I'll personalize it a bit. So I'll go, hey, is this username? Because it sounds much better when it says, hey, is this Chris? Instead of, hey, how are you doing today? Now let's go ahead and set up our post-call data extraction. So you can see here that we've got a call summary and a call successful. But you may want to add other variables. So I'll just quickly show you how to do that. You simply click on the add button, click on whether it's text to select a Boolean or a number. I'll go select text, and I'll call it a lead name, for example. And I'll just say this is the name of the lead, and we can save that. Next, let's add their email, so lead email. This is the email of the lead, and then I'll just say format example must be an email. Let's add our last one, which is going to be lead service. So this is what services or products they would be interested in, and cool, let's go ahead and save that. So what will happen now is at the end of the call, we'll have a call summary sent to a webhook, which is going to be our n8n workflow. And as part of that payload, we're going to include the call summary, lead name, lead email, and the services that they're interested in. Now, if we go down a little bit more, you'll see here that there's the webhook settings. This is where we want to send the call summary payload to once the call is finished. So we'll move on to the second part of this build. If I go into n8n now, you'll see here I've got a simple webhook connected to an AI agent. So you can see that our AI agent has access to a number of different tools connected to Salesforce. They have the ability to get many leads to check whether or not the lead exists in our CRM or not. They can add a note to a lead in Salesforce, which is going to be our call summary. If the lead doesn't exist in Salesforce, they can manually go ahead and create the lead. And finally, if they were interested in attending our summit, they can add that lead to our campaign record inside of Salesforce. So I'll quickly go through the setup. Node is a simple setup where we've got a production URL, we've got the HTTP method set to post, and the respond using respond to webhook node. We then move to our AI agent where we've defined the user's message. So these are all the variables that we set in our post-call extraction in Retell AI. So you can see the lead's name, email, call summary, and what they were interested in. You'll notice that the variable lead name, lead email, call summary, lead service matches to the variable names within Retell AI. So call summary, lead name, lead email, lead service. So now let's go through our system message for our AI agent in n8n. So you can see that they are a senior CRM automation manager. Your goal is to process data from a call conducted by our AI voice representative and update Salesforce records immediately. You have access to a specific set of tools. Step 1 is to identify the lead, and they're using the lead email from the input, and they're going to use the Salesforce Get Lead tool to search for the lead ID. If multiple leads are found, use the most recent one. If no leads are found, create the lead. Step 2, once they have the lead ID, use the Salesforce Create Task tool to log the call. We're going to pass through the subject, which is discovery call, the description, and the status is complete. Finally, number 3 is going to be the handle event registration. So check the summit interest variable from the input. If true, use the Salesforce Add Campaign Member tool. If false, do not use the tool. So pretty much just a decision that we pass off to our AI agent whether or not to add the lead to the campaign or not. And this is all going to be dependent on the call summary to see if the lead had shown interested in attending our summit event. And finally, the last step that a lot of users actually miss is the respond to webhook. Just make sure that you add this and use the respond with first incoming item. So let's connect the two. So let's go into our webhook node. Go to the production URL and copy the URL. Make sure that your workflow is set to active, and then go into Retell AI and paste that URL there. Once done, go ahead and publish your AI voice agent and just give it a version name and a description if you want to keep version control history. Otherwise, just click publish. And now let's go and add some test variables. So our username will be set to Mike Brown, and let's click ahead and save that. Now let's run a test.
Hey, is this Mike Brown?
Yes, this is Mike speaking.
Hi, Mike. This is Ashley from Velocity Partners. I noticed you recently visited our website. Thanks for checking us out. Are you currently focused on growing your business or exploring new marketing strategies?
Yep, I'm trying to grow my business by 20% over the next 6 months.
That's a great goal, Mike. Do you have a specific revenue target in mind for that 20% growth? And is there a particular area of your business you're prioritizing?
Yep, so we're looking at our current product strategy, and it would be probably at least $1 million in growth revenue.
Thanks for sharing that, Mike. With a $1 million growth target and a focus on product strategy, you're exactly the kind of leader we designed our Future of Scale Summit for. The summit covers actionable strategies for rapid business growth, including product innovation, revenue acceleration, and scaling operations. Would you like me to register you for the event on January 30th, 2026?
Yep, I'm interested.
Great. I'll get you registered. Could you please confirm the best email address for your registration?
Yep, so my email is mikebrown@example.com.
Thank you, Mike. So I've got your email as mikebrownexample.com. Just to confirm, is that correct? And would you like the registration under the name Mike Brown?
That's correct, and yes, I would.
Perfect, Mike. You're all set for the Future of Scale Summit on January 30th, 2026. You'll receive a confirmation email with event details soon. If you have any questions before then, feel free to reach out. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the summit.
Perfect. So now that we've completed our test voice call, you can see that the AI agent actually greeted by saying, "Hey, is this Mike?" So our test variable is working. Now if we go into our executions, we can see that it's successfully been run. Perfect, you can see that it's gotten the leads, added a note in Salesforce. Because it didn't find any leads, it's gone ahead and created it and added it to the campaign. So if we go into Salesforce now, and we'll look at our Future of Scale Summit. If we go to our campaign members, you'll see that there is the lead Mike Brown. And if we just go to the lead contact down here, we can see we've collected his email as mikebrown@example.com. And if we click into our note, we can see that we've got a summary of the call. So Claire spoke with the lead regarding their growth strategy. The agent contacted Mike Brown to discuss his business growth goals and invited him to the Future of Scale Summit. He's focused on his product strategy and revenue growth. Mike expressed interest and was successfully registered for the event with his email confirmed. And that is it. You have now successfully created a system where Retell AI handles the conversation, analyzes the outcome, and n8n automatically syncs the data back to your business tools. Now, if you want the full templates and system prompts used in this video, make sure to join my automation vault by clicking the link in the bio. And finally, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next automation tutorial.